Nick, I was listening to your video on Atheists Have Morals Too, and I've listened to some of your videos before, and you strike me as a very logical type of a person trying to look at everything from a logical point of view. This one I had to respond to because I felt like you had a lot of errors going on in your thinking in comparing people to animals, and you didn't get the how animals relate to each other correct by any means.
Kill each other all the time. I'm not trying to say that animals don't kill other types of animals, because that's obviously, lions kill cattle, they kill antelopes, that's their food. That's a different thing. What I'm thinking is, are animals going around killing their own kind, which is obviously not for food. That's out of some kind of vindictiveness. So you get rabbits killing other rabbits, you get lizards killing other lizards, drive-by lizard shootings, serial killing zebras. I don't know. Obviously, that's not the case, because in general, animals are pretty social creatures. Most of them live in groups, social groups, and even if they live alone, they don't go around hunting down other animals of the same species out of spite, or out something to do. They don't go around beating other animals over the head, shoving them off the ravine. They don't do that. I mean, obviously there are exceptions. Everybody sees wildlife programs. I'm talking about social animals, I could be talking about monkeys, talking about apes, wander around in packs, and sometimes you see them fighting each other, sometimes they even killing each other. Monkeys killing other monkeys. So that's basically because they're territorial animals. They only kill each other when they're threatened. If one pack of monkeys starts wandering into the territory of another, the other says, right, you shouldn't be here, you're stealing all our food, get out, or we'll have you. They don't really tend to kill, they tend to warn first, obviously. If the warning isn't enough, then they attack them, and once they've done enough damage to get them going, they won't kill them just because they feel like it now, just because they think, oh, we'll get rid of these completely and then there'll be no bother. Well, what they want to do is get them out of the territory, and that's the beginning and the end of it. They don't want to kill them, they just don't want to see them in their territory. But in general, they don't kill each other out of spite, out of vindictiveness, out of any sense that, oh, I feel like killing another ape, killing another monkey this week. Let's go and do it. Round up the guys and go and do it. They don't do that. And they're territorial.
Well, first, you do realize that not all animals live in groups. Coyotes don't, sharks don't, lions kill for the fun of it. We watched a lot of the Animal Planet around here, and a male lion will take over another lion's pride and kill the cubs and eat them. We saw a documentary once, it was pretty disgusting, where a male ape went after a female's baby and tortured it to death. Bit it in the head, drug it around, slammed it against trees. There was no logical reason for it to do it. It was its own baby. And that kind of stuff goes on. And the mom was doing everything she could to protect the baby, but she couldn't get it away from him. A cat will torture a mouse or rabbit to death. A cat that's not wild, a cat that's fed, isn't hungry, and it does it for fun. Trying to compare morals of people to animals, I think actually does a huge disservice to the human race. It actually puts us down. To say we're no better than the animals is implying we have no self-control, that we will kill our own young, which some animals do, will kill their own young and eat them or just kill them. Sometimes they don't have any idea why they do that kind of stuff. Sometimes it has to do with starvation. Sometimes it has to do with the babies are defective or diseased. A lot of times they don't know why. Sadly, we do have people that kill their own children. Too many stories on the news where a step parent will come in and abuse and even kill the other parent's children. uh, in some ways we aren't better than animals, but we should be. You know, yeah, we might have urges to do things that animals do. Some people do have urges to steal. Some people are chronic liars or shoplifters, or they can't control themselves when it comes to drugs or alcohol or sex or whatever. But to say that they can't, that they're no better than an animal, really is a put down. It's very demeaning, I think, to the human race, because people obviously rise above these types of things all the time. They do overcome being abusive. They do overcome alcohol and drug addictions. They do overcome their urges to steal and to lie. You don't see an animal working to self-improve. You know, from a Christian's perspective, the Bible tells us that God puts the knowledge of Him in all of us, and that includes His laws. And this is why, from our viewpoint, people have basic moral ideas of right and wrong, such as murdering someone is wrong, stealing is wrong, and so forth. You find that in almost every society, like you found out. And you're trying to say that it's just common sense. Well, why people have basic ideas of extreme behaviors, like, you know, not running around and just killing people in the streets because you feel like it and whatnot. There's a lot of things that people fall short on, that, like the Hindus, for instance, when their father dies, the adult children, when their father dies, the mother becomes a widow, they don't take care of them. Now, you would think that would be common sense. They actually put these poor old ladies out on the street where they're begging for food and money because they can't work because they're so old, and it's part of their culture. And you would think it would be common sense. These are poor, old, helpless ladies, let's take care of them, but they don't. And a lot of cultures don't take care of their handicapped people. They just let them live out on the streets and beg. You know, and something's like gone seriously wrong there. Now you could make the argument, well, animals don't take care of they're sick, they're old, they're handicapped, they just let them die. A few may, but most don't, and they usually get ate by prey and so forth. So in that respect, you could say the Hindus are no better than animals. But yet you have other cultures where they do take care of their elderly. They put them at least in nursing homes where they're cared for, and we do take care of our handicapped people. So we have risen above what animals do.
Humans have done it. It's just a natural instinct of all animals. We're animals, humans are animals. Pretty much what we've got is animals live together, not too much conflict, work together, they look after each other, live in social groups, they raise children together, find food for each other, they live pretty, happy, social, productive lives. That's animals. Humans, we're just the same. We live together, work together, raise kids, find food. That's all you do. You live, reproduce, die. That's the natural order of things. That's what we do.
Sounds pretty bleak and depressing. We live together, we find food, we have kids, and die. I think it's a little bit more complicated than that, and I would hope there would be more to life than just that. And I don't consider myself an animal. If you want to, that's your right, but I think that we can do better, and we have done better. I don't see animals driving cars, I don't see them building things, I don't see them inventing new things. The monkeys can't seem to get past, learning how to use a stick to get honey out of a honeycomb to avoid being stung. They haven't progressed past that, and I just really think that it's demeaning to us to just compare us to animals. animals can be quite vicious, and yes, they do attack each other for no apparent reason. They kill and cannibalize each other. I would not want to be a wild animal. As bad as things can get with human beings, I wouldn't want to be a wild animal. So I just really have to disagree with your logic on that.